Hello, everyone. Here in Winnipeg, we are celebrating 40 years of comedy at Rumors Comedy Club. It's a huge landmark and a celebration for the club, and we are so honored to have one of the guest comedians, Mark Forward, right here on Hue. Welcome to Hue, Mark.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Oh, well, of course. So we'll get right to it. Why, or we hope, why is Winnipeg fond in your heart? And what is dear about Winnipeg that makes it a place of home for you?
When I was starting out, it was my first place I did a solo show and sold out. Uh, and I live in Toronto, so it was the first city where they came out and supported me. So I've loved going ever since.
And can you remember that experience? The jokes you said, the laughs that you got on that show that
There
night?
was no there was no laughs, and everyone left silently, and there was 4 or 5 arrests. I mean, the fact that they bought tickets was great, but the show was a nightmare. Just the worst people came.
And maybe that's what you're expecting when you come back for the 40th anniversary?
No, I'm excited. I love going to Rumors, one of the best clubs in Canada. So well run by Tyler, and I wouldn't miss it. When he asked, I jumped at the chance to be a part of it.
Oh, well, we're so happy about that. Now let's talk about you, Mark. Getting into
Sure.
getting into comedy, was it something that you always wanted to do?
Um, I no, I've kind of always lived my life just sort of falling into whatever. So I started in theater. I didn't enjoy it, and found a way to still perform without other actors. So I went to stand up.
But you are multi-talented. You are an actor, and you've been in some pretty big shows.
Yeah, I've been very, very lucky that other people have dropped out of their roles, and I have been there as an emergency fill-in. That's true, actually. Almost every big role I've ever gotten was somebody else's.
Now, did that put pressure on you to try to emulate the person that you replaced, or you were just going to give them
No,
Mark?
no, I was just very fortunate to that they didn't want to do the work that I got to step in. So it was great. Good for me.
Well, and being a comedian is not easy work, right?
Who says? Oh my God, have you worked in a coal mine? Oh, it's easy. It's easy stuff. That's why I'm in it. I can't handle. Look at these hands. They would never, no labor. No, I mean it's I get why some people would be afraid of it, but it's the best job in the world if you can do it.
Yeah. And what is your secret to, well, comedians do have to have sort of a tough skin, right? When the joke doesn't go as well as
Yeah,
planned, the crowd is only
yeah.
5 people. How do you go on and move on after little blips like that?
Uh, I think you said it. You just have to have thick skin and a short memory. And there's also a real drive too, right? Like once you fail, there's a real drive in a comedian to want to prove that's not the truth of the situation. So yeah, short memory, thick skin. And then the more you do it, the less that those nights happen. They become more and more infrequent.
And so, like, how many shows a year do you do now?
I don't do as many as I used to. I kind of pick and choose, and which is a luxury. I mean, when you're starting out, you're doing it every night. Um, but yeah, no, I kind of pick and choose. And so it's nice. I kind of do it when I want to do it.
And speaking of material now, I guess, well, is there a lot to draw
Mm-hmm.
from? Or maybe is there not?
Um, well, I kind of never have driven from real life, so I've always had to search for my material. So I don't benefit from how odd the world is right now or hurt from it. So, um, But yeah, if I was doing political humor, oh, what a nightmare. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to be able to do that.
So,
No.
what interests you right now?
Uh, cutting the grass. Uh,
You just said you don't
how,
draw on real life.
I mean, what interests me right now for the stage or in my life?
Could be both, but no, let's talk about the stage.
Oh, um, I've been asked this for 20 years, what I do on stage, and I still haven't made it into an elevator pitch, a one sentence, what it is. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But it's whatever silliness and happiness I find uh in the moment. That's what I do on stage.
Wow.
I know that was a terrible answer, but you can cut it out.
No, no, but it's the truth. And I think that's what
No.
makes you brilliant. It's just spontaneity and whatever comes to your mind. And speaking what comes to your mind, favorite stories about Winnipeg. Do you have any?
That I can tell on this program? Probably not. But I remember I sat on that horse outside that restaurant. What's that restaurant that has the horse on it in front of it?
Pony Corral.
It's near the.
Right.
Yep, I sat on the horse at the OK Corral one night because I'd had a little too many. Um,
Well,
so
they do have an
uh,
interesting shot, but it may not be in that rumors, but it's in the rumors book of photos of you sitting on a toilet. I was wanting to ask
on
about
the
that.
toilet,
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was.
me?
Yeah, it could have been
Oh,
in your younger
well,
years. So, later on,
maybe.
after we finish this interview, you'll go, ah, that was when.
Yeah, maybe. I don't. I'm unaware of any picture of me on the toilet, but whoever took it had a great day.
Okay, all right. I'll have to wait to hear that story when you come to Winnipeg. Okay.
All right. I think it might be someone else. I don't think it's me.
Well, it was labeled Mark Forward, so I only
All
take
right.
it there's only one Mark Forward. But, right, it could be
I'll
a
go with it.
mislabeled photo. I give you that.
Can you see my business?
I'm not going to tell.
Okay.
Oh, so right now, though, with shows going on and everything like that, everything
Mhm.
back to normal, how did you cope through COVID and isolation?
I loved every minute of it. I mean, except for the illness and the sick people, but I loved the pause. I loved that we had to all get off the hamster wheel and really look around. And some of us came out of it better, and some of us came out of it worse. And thankfully, I came out of it better. I just enjoyed the pause of the brain, and when you're driven to do stuff, it's nice that there was nothing you could do. So I enjoyed the pause. I really, really did.
And now, since going through that, do you take it upon yourself
Hmm.
to give those pause times to you and your brain?
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. When you start getting revved up again, you're like, hey, wait a minute, remember what really matters. So yeah, for sure. It was a great thing for me. I know it wasn't financially and health wise for a lot of people, so I don't want the headline to be Mark thinks COVID's great. I don't, but the pause from society was really healthy for me.
Well, any kind of inside information on what you'll be maybe doing in your show when you come to Winnipeg?
I have no idea,
Oh, yeah,
but it'll
right,
be
right,
it'll
yeah.
be spectacular. It'll be spectacular. But the other four guys on the show are really great, so I don't have to do well.
Oh my goodness. Well, we can hardly wait till you get here to Winnipeg. But Mark, thank you very much for being part of the 40th anniversary. I know hopefully it'll continue on
Absolutely my pleasure.
40 years more. All right. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us on Hugh, Mark.
Thank you.